Spring is here. It's a time of hope, of sunshine, of flowers blooming and birds singing. So as spring ushers in so many new things, I thought it would be a perfect time to not only introduce a brand new pattern for you today, but also a brand new yarn base, and I'm going to be giving away a set of this yarn today for you. This Reveil pattern by Johanna Huck is a gorgeous triangular shawl that uses just knits, purls, and slip stitches. So it features 3 different sections with different stitch patterns, each featuring a different color, just like all the beautiful sights that you see in spring. To make this shawl, you start here in this corner, and the shawl grows with increases on one side only. And it has this beautiful little chain running up and down both sides, which you achieve with slip stitches. And if you want to make this shawl even more delightful, you can add tassels to the tips too, which just feels right to me. I feel like if spring wore a shawl, it would have tassels. We made this shawl in our brand new yarn base. This is our Crema Worsted weight yarn, which is the worsted weight version of our Crema sock yarn that we introduced last year. It's a squishy, shimmering, long-wearing blend of Superwash Merino Wool and silk. So it has a beautiful bounce and drape, it wears well, it holds its shape, and it has a gorgeous shine to it. We used our earthy time hues for this shawl, which has soft greens and a dusty rose tone. Download the pattern at expressionoffiberarts.com, and while you're there, be sure to sign up for email updates, and we will send you weekly free knit and crochet patterns. Let's go ahead and make this shawl. With color 1, you're going to start by casting on 3 stitches, and I'm just going to do the long tail cast on method. 1, 2, and 3. So here's how you work the setup rows. For row 1 of the setup rows, you're going to slip 1 with yarn in front. So bring your yarn to the front and slip that first stitch, yarn to the back, and knit to the end of your row. So just 2 stitches. For row 2, again, you're going to bring your yarn to the front and slip that first stitch. Then you're going to purl 1, move your yarn to the back, and then knit 1. For row 3, again, we're going to slip 1 with yarn in front. So bring the yarn to the front, slip that first stitch. Now we're going to do an increase. So we're going to do a knit front and back. Knit into the front of your stitch, swing around, also knit into the back of it. So we've made 2 stitches from 1, and then knit that final stitch. So you should have 4 stitches. For row 4, again, bring your yarn to the front and slip 1. Move your yarn to the back and just knit to the end of your row. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into section 1. For row 1 of section 1, you're going to go ahead and start by slipping that first stitch with your yarn in front. Then you're going to knit until 2 stitches remain. So for this go around, we are already there. Then we're going to work our increase with a knit front and back, and then knit 1. Then for row 2, which is the wrong side of our work, you're going to go ahead and start by slipping that first stitch with yarn in front, and then you're going to purl until 1 stitch remains. Doot, 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 and then just go ahead and knit that final stitch. Now for row number 3, again, you're going to slip that first stitch with your yarn in front, move the yarn to the back, and you're going to knit until you have 2 stitches left. So for this go around, we're already there. Then work your increase with a knit front and back, and finish that row with a knit 1. Same thing, you're going to slip the first stitch with yarn in front, and this is what's going to make this beautiful little braid going up both sides of our project. Move the yarn to the back, and you're going to knit to the end of your row. Then you're just going to repeat those rows as mentioned in the pattern, and you're going to change to the next color on the final stitch when you repeat row 2. So as you're finishing up row 2, when you get to that final stitch, go ahead and drop this color here on the wrong side of your work, pick up color 2, and finish out that row. Let's go ahead and spring into section 2. Now I am going to cut my ends after each color change. I know in a lot of our tutorials we show pulling the yarn up the side, which you totally can do on this project. I recommend trying both ways and seeing what you prefer. For row 1 of section 2, we're going to start by slipping that first stitch with our yarn in front. Then you're going to knit until 2 stitches remain. And when you have just 2 stitches left, go ahead and work your increase with a knit front and back, and then knit 1. Let's go ahead and work row 2. Bring your yarn to the front and slip that first stitch, and then you're just going to knit to the end of the row. And if you're cutting your tails like I am, you can cinch up all your little stitches as you go. You can also tighten them up when you get towards the end of your project and make sure everything is nice and tidy. For row 3, we're going to slip the first stitch with our yarn in front, of course. Then you're just going to knit until 2 stitches remain. Boop, doot, 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 and then work your increase with a knit front and back and a knit 1. For row 4, again, we're going to slip that first stitch with our yarn in front. Then you're going to purl until 1 stitch remains. So just purl each stitch. I told you this pattern was nice and easy, just repeating these same stitches over and over. And when you have 1 stitch remaining, go ahead and drop color 2 and then pick up your 3rd color. And you're going to finish off with a knit 1. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one, color number 2. Let's move into row number 5. So with color number 3, slip that first stitch with the yarn in front. Then you're going to repeat across your row, knit 1, slip 1 with yarn in front. Knit 1, bring your yarn to the front and slip 1, yarn to the back, knit 1, yarn to the front, slip, yarn to the back, knit, yarn to the front, slip. Then when you get down and you only have 2 stitches left, work your increase, so knit front and back, and then knit 1. For row 6, we're going to start by slipping the first stitch with our yarn in front, and then you're just going to purl until you have 1 stitch left. So purl each of those knit stitches and each of those slip stitches. And you want to make sure that all those slip stitches are showing on the right side of your project. So purl all the way across. When you have 1 left, you're going to drop this color here on the wrong side, pick up color 2, and knit that final stitch. And I'm going to go ahead and cut color 3. Again, you can pull yours up the side if you like. It's whatever you prefer. Moving on to row 7 with color 2, we're going to slip 2 with yarn in front. So this is so we keep our little slip stitches nice and staggered. Pull the yarn to the front and slip the first 2 stitches. Then repeat across your row, knit 1, slip 1 with yarn in front. Knit 1, slip 1 with yarn in front, knit 1, slip 1 with yarn in front, knit 1, and slip 1 with yarn in front. When you have 2 stitches left, go ahead and work a knit front and back, and then knit 1. For row 8, you're going to start by slipping the first stitch with yarn in front. Then you're going to purl until 1 stitch remains. So again, purling all of the knit stitches and all of the slip stitches. And you'll have a lot more stitches in this, of course, as you're making your actual shawl. So you get all the way down. When you have 1 stitch left, you're going to go ahead and drop color 2 and pick up color 1, and you're going to knit that final stitch. And let's work row 9. For row 9, again, you're going to go ahead and slip the first stitch with your yarn in front using color 1. Then you're going to repeat across your row, knit 1, slip 1 with yarn in front. Knit 1, slip 1 with yarn in front, knit 1, slip 1 with yarn in front, knit 1, slip, knit, slip, and when you get to 2 stitches, work your knit front and back, and then a knit 1. For row 10, again, slip that first stitch with your yarn in front and just purl all the way across until you have 1 stitch left. Boop, boop. A nice and easy row. You don't have to think about this one. So work all those stitches as purl stitches. When you have 1 stitch left, you're going to drop color 1 here on the wrong side and go ahead and pick up color 2, and you're going to knit that final stitch in color 2. Then let's go ahead and move on to row 11. With color 2, you're going to again slip 2 with yarn in front like we did a few rows below. So So bring your yarn to the front and slip 2. And again, it's just keeping your little slip stitches staggered to keep the design nice and pretty. Then you're going to repeat across, knit 1, slip 1 with yarn in front. So knit 1, slip, knit, slip, knit, slip, knit, slip. And when you have 2 stitches left, go ahead and knit front and back for your increase, which is helping your shawl get bigger and bigger, and then finish with a knit 1. Rows 12 through 16 are quite simple with just knits and purls, and remember to slip the first stitches on each row. Also, we're giving away one of these time hue sets that you can use to make this shawl. All you need to do to enter is just make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and go ahead and comment below and let us know your favorite thing about spring. For me, it's the flowers. I just cannot get enough. So here's my little swatch. We've got our little setup rows, section 1, and then here's our beautiful section 2 where you're going to use all of those colors with these cute little slip stitches. And you just want to make sure that those are staggered. That's why you did the slip 2 on some of those rows. And check both sides and make sure you have that beautiful little braid running up. After repeating those rows for section 2, you're going to move on to section 3, which is again just knits, purls, and slip stitches, so I know it'll be a breeze. That's a little spring pun. Thanks for watching. Have fun knitting. Go out and smell the flowers. Enjoy the wonders of spring. And I will see you next week with another new pattern.